Well, hello and welcome all you wonderful people out there to the Texas Special YouTube channel. For this May 2025 O-Scale product review, we are looking at this Lionel Standard O quad hopper. This car was built new in January of 1994, so this guy and last month's product review were in the same catalog. You could say they're brothers. First thing you'll notice, there is a little bit of rust on the wheel and in a couple other spots on the frame. This car was not kept in the best of conditions by its previous owner, which is a shame, but it's in better hands now. As you can see, it is lettered for the Clinchfield Railroad. If you know anything about railroads or railroading history, then you know that the Clinchfield was a railroad in the eastern seaboard, I believe the West Virginia area. I'm not a big Clinchfield guy, I'm not a big Eastern Railroad guy, so forgive my ignorance. But one of their main things that they were known for was coal hauling operations. So it is a very fitting road name for this freight car. They used coal hoppers toward the end, similar to this. First thing you'll notice is that all of the lettering is accurate, load and weight capacity and all that stuff there. You have the early, these bands here, these were the early attempts at an AEI tag reader. You can see lots of rivet detailing molded onto the car. There's a few nicks and dings, which is fine. In the real world, these things weren't, garage kept and pampered, so adds to the realism, I guess. You have plastic trucks with roller bearing journals, which I love. Prototypically accurate 100-ton trucks. They are not sprung. They have spring detailing on the trucks, but the springs are molded on. The springs are molded on plastic, molded on as part of the truck side frame, so they don't work. You can see lots of nice ladder detailing here. This stirrup step is not separately applied, but it is a separate part of the car from the car body itself. So that stirrup step is actually part of the car frame. Going around to the other end of the car, you can see a prototypically accurate kind of half ladder, and of course the stirrup step right there. Alright, looking at the B end of this hopper car, you can see the separately applied handbrake wheel, which is actually the only separately applied detail on this car. In addition, we can also see some of the brake apparatus. You can see the piston here. You can see the emergency and service valve, reservoir here. And you can actually see the triple valve right there. As I said, a little bit of rust on this thing, but it wasn't kept in the best, it wasn't stored in the best manner. I'm a little irritated about that, but it is what it is. The car's in better hands now, and it'll have a much better life. Here you can see the plastic operating magnetic knuckle coupler. You can see the little uncoupling tab right here, kind of pooching out from the side of the coupler body. You have the thumbtack style disc right here on the underside of the truck for use with an operating magnetic uncoupling track section. You can see the full height ladder here and a little stirrup step that's cast onto the body. You can see a little grab iron here. There is no crossover platform, which is prototypically accurate for the style of car that this is modeling. And of course you can see the beams supporting the end of the body of the car. Now the A end of the car looks exactly like this. The only difference is, of course, there is no brake apparatus and there is no handbrake. Now I am a little disappointed that Lionel did not put the chain and rod linkage associated with the handbrake, but that's okay. Still an awesome car. Alright, you guys know me and you know I love the underframe shot. So there's not a whole lot going on here on the underframe. What you can see are the screws that hold the frame of the car to the body. Now the way Lionel made these cars is kind of unique. Okay, so there is not a full frame on these cars like you would see with a box car or a reefer or one of the Lionel's livestock cars. The frame of this car is actually in two pieces. So you have this little square right here just above where the truck is mounted to, and over here on this end. This plastic body is just that. Everything between this right here and this right here on the underside of the car is plastic body. So the frame of the car is literally a little square here and a little square here. You can see molded on little divots where the vibrators would be mounted to help facilitate the unloading of the coal, or in later years gravel. You have molded on dump doors, which are really just little pieces of plastic. They don't even really look like dump doors, but you know, 1990s, kind of the low end, kind of mid-range type car. You know, if you want scale size but you don't want scale price and you want a little bit more detail than 027, you get standard O, which that's what this is. This is not meant to be a true 1/48 scale car. This is meant to be a happy go-between, a happy compromise between scale price and lack of detail for 027 style trains. And just so that we can say we did it, here's the top of the car. There is no top of the car. This is an open top hopper car. So you're actually looking down into the body of the car. Now you can see some bare bones like rivet detailing here on the sloped panels on the end of the car. But that's pretty much it for the detailing. And you do have a little bit of rivet detailing along the top of the body of the car, but there's not a whole lot going on here. And you know, again, you get what you pay for, and this is not intended to be a true 1/48 scale model. So we're done with the talkie portion. Let's throw this bad boy on the track and see how she runs.